Hi, I'm Heidi Parent. I am the Culinary Arts Instructor here at Capital Area Tech Center. I also have here with me today is Logan Dearborn. He is one of my students here at the Capital Area Technical Center. What I have come to talk to you guys about today is mise en place. It is very, very important for me to teach my students the basic of culinary arts. And one of the things is to have a organization of ingredients, and mise en place is actually a French term known for everything in its place. So it's very, very important for students to be organized. Let's first talk about recipes, okay? When mise en place has to do with recipes is making sure that you have all the ingredients and the proper equipment to make the recipe. So it's very important, and I tell my students this too, and I even have to do it myself, is to make sure that you read the recipe twice. You never know what you missed the first time that you read it. So some things to look for when you're reading a recipe as far as mise en place to be organized. First is the ingredients. Sometimes in an ingredient list, they also have parts where you might have to do a little bit of preparation, such as medium chop for a carrot. You're not going to throw a whole entire carrot into the soup. You're going to have to medium chop it, peel it. Some things like peeling and coring an apple, you want to make sure you see those things because it's not always going to be in the directions. Also, some things you might have to have warmed up too for ingredients. Next is the directions. So in the directions, you want to also look for things that say immediately or quickly add something. You don't want to be busy trying to measure out milk where you got to quickly add it to the flour at some point. Those things will also help to kind of calm your nerves as far as taking on maybe a huge recipe that has a lot of different ingredients. Other things you can do is like combine things together as you're measuring it out, kind of knowing that the tomato sauce and the tomato puree and the water all go together in the pot at the same time. You can actually grab a big bowl and just measure it right into there. Once you've read the recipe, it's good to be organized. Having your recipes already pre-measured out or already prepared will also help to ensure you don't miss anything. And trust me, I've missed some things before. Don't skip that step. Have it all out there. So then that way you remember, oh yeah, I got to add the milk at this point, and you don't just leave it out. Once you get familiar with a recipe, sometimes you can find ways to kind of shortcut things. A lot of food service providers actually have a lot of pre-prepped items. I've even seen it at the grocery store. Pre-cut onions, pre-cut peppers, already pre-cut fruits that might be able to kind of cut corners without compromising the quality of the product. Now that we've talked about mise en place with the recipe, let's talk about the kitchen too. You want to make sure that your kitchen has a lot of efficiency, and by that I'm saying things that are quickly, readily available for you. That way you don't have to take so many steps. For example, having a rolling pin next to the baker's bench or the baking sheets near the oven. The less steps that you have to take, number one, you won't be as tired, but number two, you'll be more efficient and a little bit more organized. The goal of mise en place is to make sure that everything is efficient. It's a lot of invisible work, but underneath that invisible work, you'll end up having more time for yourself and also be a little bit calmer. You'll also have a lot of time for cleaning. When you're more organized and not hectic and running around, you can wipe down a table really, really quick. So hopefully today I've given you a few tips to kind of help to organize and do a little mising yourself.